shocking truth. Dun, dun, shocking truth. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. It is still good morning. It's 11:30 here on the East Coast. See, there's the here on the East Coast, right? 11:30. Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and it's time for, and I got to try to keep this as serious as I can because it's a very serious reason. Tuesdays I devote to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and this is the shocking truth as I see it. Today, November 26, 2024. And yes, today I'll be talking to Dog the Bounty Hunter, aka Dwayne Chapman, regarding the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Yeah, let me get that back up. If you just type his name in on Google or YouTube, you're going to come up with a bunch of stuff like this regarding Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You feel me there? I hope you do. I hope you'll take a look. There's a picture of him and his mom right there. You feel me? So I'm going to talk to Dog the Bounty Hunter as if I were talking to my dog, a Yorkshire Terrier. I don't expect her to answer, and I don't expect Dog to answer. I do hope, though, that he will see and hear this podcast, or maybe his legal team or whoever, and that he'll respond to some of the questions I'm about to ask. In fact, a couple of them come from you, the viewer. So just stick with me here and you're going to love this. But first, a little housekeeping, okay? Number one, let's all be nice, okay? A few of you think it's fun to critique what I am doing weekly or daily in my own meek, feeble manner of keeping Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' name out there. You see, a few content creators think it's more fun to joke and insult other creators, such as myself, who sincerely all we want to do is see Sebastian's case solved. And in our own meek-minded ways, this is what some of us are doing. This is what I'm doing, okay? You're joking me about reading my notes or stuff? Okay, I'm 67 years old. If I didn't have notes, I'd be telling you what the weather's like today instead of what I really want to talk about. Is that a bad thing? Have you ever been my age yet to know what I'm talking about? This is housekeeping. I'll get through this real quick here. I'll get back on my notes. I don't believe it helpful or beneficial in any manner, except for personal gain, to mock or mock other creators is what I meant to say. Yes, I messed up my notes again. Are you happy? Do you feel victorious? Stick with me. You're going to love where I'm going with this. Personal gain to mock other creators just to get views. Notice I'm not saying who you are. The negativity I see online breeds itself. It does. Negativity breeds itself. Energy breeds itself. But stick with me. You're either helping with positive and good intentions without ridiculing others, or you're simply in this for yourself. And shame on you. And those who think you're so cool, that you're a a-hole, that you're doing what you do. You see, I have no need to name you, because you know who you are, right? And your followers surely are smarter than you. You haven't given them the credit that they deserve. And again, I say, shame on you. If the only content you can create is to repost my videos or other people's videos and mock and make fun of us when we're trying to do something good, then thank you. Drive through. And I gotta say this, your parents would be proud that they successfully raised a bully. Yeah, you're a bully. You might not realize it, you might not have ever thought it, you might not care. Because that's the way a bully thinks, okay? That's the housekeeping and we're out of there. Okay, let's get on with this episode of The Shocking Truth as I see it today. Can we say his name enough? No, we cannot. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Come on, say it out loud with me, or say it in the safety of your own mind. And know this, there are those of us who will not stop, will never stop until the truth is revealed. Period. Period, end of story. This mystery will be solved when our combined attention reaches the level that it needs to reach in order to bring the results that we're all seeking. Truth, honesty, and justice for Sebastian and those who truly love him. Last seen the evening of February 25th, not the morning of the 26th. I don't know what I'm seeing there. I got to put my finger here to come back to it. I keep seeing things that said last seen Monday morning, the 26th. When did anybody see him after midnight on the 26th? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it the 25th the last time he was seen? Around 8 or 9, last time heard? Possibly 10 when there was a thud? Disappearing into the mist of the night without wearing shoes. No evidence that anything is missing, allegedly. Maybe his night clothes of black sweatpants and a black long sleeve sweatshirt. Fact is, we don't know. And the only person who might know is probably being told over and over just to keep her mouth shut. Wow. What an awful life they're now living. What's next? Added weight gains. I'm going to put what I wrote here. Added weight gains, alcoholism, drug abuse, mental and physical abuse, divorce again for both of you, or you simply vanishing without a trace. You might say, who would do such a thing? Well, think about it. Who would do such a thing? Who would tell you to keep your mouth shut? So today, getting past that, I want to talk to Dog the Bounty Hunter, aka Dwayne Chapman, now on the case and helping the FBI and others in the $200,000 reward being offered. You see, today I have a few questions, and a couple of my subscribers have sent me a question or two. And we're all hoping and praying that you'll see this live stream, Dog. We really do hope and pray it, whether live or on the rewind, and that you'll comment with your most heartfelt messages to the following questions. With that said, I'm now talking to Dog. My first question comes from one of my subscribers and members, goes by @TheFoggyMountainWitch. She's asking, Dog, do you ever have a missing case? Have you ever had a missing case with a $200,000 or more reward? And if so, how long did it take for someone with knowledge to come forward? That's a great question, man. I'd love to hear what he has to say, because he's got more knowledge than any of us online do with missing cases of missing people, whether they're bounty, bail jumpers or whatever. That's a great question. Have you ever had a missing child case with $200,000 or more? And if so, how long did it take for someone with knowledge to come forward? Yeah. That's a great question, Dog. I'd love to hear the answer. And I have another one from one of my subscribers here, I believe, @BarbedHair9687 is asking, Dog, if Chris Proudfoot was home that weekend, anytime during the weekend, I believe, the weekend that he disappeared, Sebastian disappeared, has anyone, to your knowledge, Dog, found any evidence of a burner phone or walkie-talkies being used? That's a great question, too, and I had to think about that for a minute. Evidence of why would anybody need walkie-talkies? And I thought, well, one abstract thought would be maybe Sebastian had a friend in the neighborhood with a walkie-talkie kept hidden under the pillow or whatever, and every night he'd get on there and, hey, buddy, hey, you know, it's me, what's going on? And maybe there was communication between Sebastian and somebody within the neighborhood, at least my line of thinking. A burner phone. Are there records of burner phones in communities? Can a cell tower pull that information up? Another great question. I have a couple, and I'll leave it for you all to decide if it's a great question or not. My first to you, Dog, is a lot of us online are being fed that your last trip to Tennessee was for a family wedding. I, knowing that people can do two things at once, want to ask you this. How much time while in Tennessee did you actually get to devote to finding Sebastian? I think that's a fair question, Dog. People are making all kinds of speculations, and you know how the rumor mill goes. That's why we want to talk to you, want to ask you directly. So I hope you'll listen to these questions. I got two more questions for you. I'd love to see some kind of a post. Maybe we'll reach out and we'll do a YouTube together or something. However you want to do it, however you want to proceed. My second question to you, Dog, in your opinion, what can we, the online community, do to keep pressure on all the guilty parties involved? in this case. We're not going away. So dog, use us. What can we do to keep the pressure on them? Question came up recently, are any of them eligible for any type of immunity or reward if they're guilty? And I referenced last week the Stephen Stearns case, that the mother of the child that was killed, she's got immunity. And I think she's complicit in that case, but that's another story. In this case, dog, can you tell us what can a guilty party do regarding receiving a reward or getting immunity? I think I'd like to know that. And then my final question, I was going to say I had a great question there, but all questions are great. The only dumb questions are the one that was never asked, right? My final question, are you and your teams able to go out and canvass the neighbors door to door? I don't care if TBI's done it or the sheriff's done it, or anybody else done it. Dog, I wanted to see you or your team. Are you guys able to go out, knock on the door? Imagine they're surprised to see you standing there, and you can definitely get a good read on people. But door to door in the event that Sebastian is being held captive within the neighborhood. Goes back to the walkie-talkie theory, I think. In my mind, it does. You never know what you might discover, or your team when they're knocking on doors and talking to people. I've got 5 questions. If you come up with 5 questions, maybe solicit from the internet community, what would be the great 5 questions to ask every neighbor in the neighborhood? Who knows what the police or law enforcement have asked? So with all the uncertainties in today's day and age, folks, I feel it's confident that the best move for all, 2 things. One is to call the FBI at their Nashville office at 615-232-7500. That's the FBI in Nashville, 615-232-7500. I'm going to keep getting that number out there because whoever's out there guilty watching, this is what we're doing online. We are rallying the wagons. The other number I would say to call the FBI and or Dog the Bounty Hunter's tip line at 833-835-5364. Again, that number is 833-835-5364. You know, $200,000. That's a lot of reasons to call in with your confession and or your tip. And now to all and every guilty party in this case, know this. We will not go away. No, sir, no, ma'am, no, sirree, Bob. We will not go for away. I, for one, have committed every Tuesday to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers for the rest of my life until this case is solved. Yeah. Others are doing other things. Stop one of us, 10 more will pop up. We're like popcorn. I don't know if you see the sign here. We're like popcorn, right? We're all popping all around you. We don't die, we multiply. Can you feel the heat yet? You see, even if you have knowledge of this crime, of what happened, whether an accident or not, whether you overheard it or not, you will be held just as accountable as those who actually committed or fell victim to all of this. Because your knowledge has made you now fall victim to all of this. And you keeping your mouth shut is making things worse for you and yours. You will do time, and you will lose just about everything you and your family own because you kept your mouth shut. Nice job. Are you really ready for everything you have to be just an old memory of when you lived outside prison? Folks, look at court TV. People are going to jail every day, over and over and over, for doing stupid things like keeping their mouth shut when they know something is wrong, when they saw something happen, when they were told to keep their mouth shut. Anybody that tells you that, it's just a matter of time before they throw you under the bus because you kept your mouth shut like you were told. I'm sorry, folks. That's the shocking truth as I see it today. I'll see you tomorrow and every day the rest of my life on YouTube, now in my 67th year of life. What an amazing ride. Hey, Holly, how are you? I see that now. I hope you can say the same. I can see the comments. I'm paying a little more attention. That's kind of when I lose track of my notes, is when I'm paying attention to what some of you may be saying. If anybody's got a question, type it in right now, but I am going to try to clear the room. Well, that kind of sounds strange, but I'm the only one in the room. Well, no, I'm not. You guys are here, and y'all are looking good. Folks, that's the shocking truth as I see it today. Have a great day wherever you go, whatever you do. Make somebody else smile. You never know when your smile is the smile that saves somebody else's life. So many people walk around with nobody smiling at them. It doesn't cost a cent. Smile. Doesn't hurt. Have a great day. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. Is that it? That's it. Are you sure? I'm sure. How do you know? You're talking to yourself again.